Today we'll create a nodal force report to get a free body result that also sums the moments about the centroid of the report nodes. Today we'll take a rectangular tube and a flat plate that are welded together and create some simulation models from it. We'll create a linear static solution, and we'll also make sure that we're requesting grid point force results. We'll begin in the idealized part, where we'll get an associative copy of the geometry, and then we'll mid-surface it. And we'll make sure that we have the simulation settings turned on for stitch edges. This will ensure we get a congruent mesh across the various bodies. Now we'll go to the FEM. We'll go ahead and hide our solid body so we can just see our mid-surface. And you can see the stitched edges are in cyan and the free ones are in magenta. You can show that by going into Edit Model Display by right-clicking on the FEM. Next we'll go ahead and put a shell mesh on our polygon bodies. To make sure we've got the right thickness, we'll go ahead and edit the mesh associated data and set our thickness source to mid-surface at element centroid, and we'll also calculate the offsets. Here we can go ahead and confirm we've got those thicknesses correctly specified by plotting the thickness contours. We also had already specified a material to the CAD model, so we can inherit that into the sim, but if we didn't like that material, we could easily change it here as well. Next we'll go to the sim, where we'll create first a constraint. We'll go ahead and fix the edges of the plate, just two of them here. And then we'll create a load on the end of the rectangular tube. And because this model isn't exactly oriented with the global coordinate system, I'll go ahead and specify that direction as being normal to the face of the plate. And here I'll go ahead and reverse that direction to put it in tension. Alright, so that looks good. If we want, we can also edit the display of the load so that we can see it as arrows instead of as an offset display. That will confirm the direction of our load, as well as the objects that it's been applied to. So now we're ready to solve. This is a live solve, takes about a second. And then we can view our results. Here we'll look at the displacements, and those results look reasonable. Alright, so next let's create a nodal force report in order to find the load across the weld. So here we'll right-click on the sim and we'll select New Nodal Force Report and give it a name. Then we want to specify the force type, as well as whether we want nodal or element nodal results. Here we're getting element nodal grid point force results. We can select which load case or load cases we want. Next, if we select geometry for defining our report elements and nodes, this will survive any CAD changes later. So this is a best practice. So here I'm selecting the polygon face for the elements and the polygon edge to define the report nodes. Alright, here we'll go ahead and sum the forces and moments about the centroid. And we'll select our output as a listing. And here you can see the force and moment output for our grid point force. Now if we'd like, we can also select the nodal force report and we can see what nodes have been selected. All right, so that looks good. Now, since our model is not lined up with the global coordinate system, another thing we could do to get maybe some better results is to specify a coordinate system that would be normal to the plate. So here I'll select ceases of object and I'll just select the plate so that we can get a z-axis aligned with our load. The location is arbitrary. So now we can see that our nodal force report has been updated to show us a load that reflects our applied load. All right, so next let's go ahead and make some CAD changes and see how our nodal force report holds up. So here we'll change the size of the plate and our tube. Next we'll go to the FEM. We can see we have an update pending. We'll go ahead and update the finite element model to reflect the changes to our CAD model. You can see all of our stitches have updated as well, so we still have a congruent mesh, as have our materials, loads, and constraints. All right, so at this point, all we have to do is solve, and that will automatically update our nodal force report. So here we don't even need to load the results. We can just right-click and say list. And that will show us our updated nodal force report results. So that's how to create a nodal force report to get a free body result that also sums the moments about the centroid of the report nodes.